Now I've got the tips on how to avoid the dreaded barley belly on your next trip. Some points are really obvious, but others take a bit more thinking, which I've already done for you, so all you gotta do is stay tuned. I've recently visited Indonesia with my girlfriend to go and visit her family, and they're the experts in advice when it comes to avoiding this horrible illness. Without barley belly being a topic of discussion amongst my girlfriend and her family, I made some mistakes in my first few days, but I'm now equipped with the knowledge to help you avoid these mistakes that I made so you can enjoy your holiday. And this is just my list of 5, just to keep it simple, curated by me and refined by my girlfriend and her family. So please feel free to comment below if you've got any tips of your own. Barley belly is the terminology used to describe someone who's fallen unwell in the stomach area, and it's generally referred to when one suffers with it in Southeast Asia. This is the second time I've visited Indonesia, and each time it's hardly ever the locals that suffer. So what is it about barley belly that makes it so bad? And that makes complete sense, but the reasons themselves is a whole separate video in itself. Generally, the cause of barley belly is the exposure to E. coli, and this isn't the first time I suffered with barley belly, so I'm in a position to talk about it. Before I continue, I wanted to cover off some common symptoms of barley belly, just so you know what to look out for when you're travelling around Southeast Asia. From my experience, the worst symptom was definitely the headache and dystopia type feeling. In my barley belly struggles, I spent the first 2 days sprawled out all over my bed, facing up, not really understanding what's going on or where I really was. Obviously I knew where I was, but that was a sensation. And this was made worse by the constant dipping in and out of sleep, which was my second most difficult symptom. Sleep's the best, but dipping in and out of it just isn't enjoyable, nor relaxing. Part of the reason for waking up from your sleep is because of the third crappy symptom, the Like with most stomach illnesses, diarrhea and/or constipation is pretty rife and fairly horrific. And with my barley belly, diarrhea was a massive problem. I couldn't relax or even travel anywhere. I'm definitely not squatting to go to the loo with that volatility. And Indonesia's massive. Not only that, but I was on a tiny island, and when that's the case, your day trips consist of having to travel through villages, pothole roads, cross oceans. I just felt whenever I was in the car, I just had the seatbelt pressing up against me, and it just made it worse. And the fourth symptom, the sweating. And without further ado, let's dive into the 5 key tips for avoiding barley belly like a pro. Like I said earlier, there's some more obvious tips than the others. We'll start with them to get them out of the way. Don't drink the tap water, or even use it for anything to do with your mouth. In Southeast Asia, there are very few places where the running tap water is drinkable, for this exact reason. Water goes untreated for the most part, and therefore won't have eliminated the bacteria. Again, the key one for barley belly is E. coli. Unlike what we're used to, you just have to be vigilant about this, and purchase the bottled water. It's only about 30 to 50p for a 1.5 to 2 litre bottle of water, so suck it up and use that. But it goes further than this. I would recommend not using the tap water for even cleaning your teeth. Definitely don't gargle it. I definitely did a few things wrong this time to get barley belly, and cleaning my teeth and gargling my mouth with tap water must have been one of them. Again, you just have to use the bottled water, there's no workaround. The only workaround is boil the water in a kettle and use that, but I'm not doing that. Tip 2, this is a given in most places around the world. Wash your hands. I can tell you that from where I'm from, we take this for granted. I don't really know anyone who genuinely makes a habit to wash their hands before they eat. Obviously, before they cook a meal, yes. But if you're going to a restaurant and sitting down, no, I don't really know anyone that makes a habit out of it. Now that's the easy ones done with. Now for the ones that require a little bit more thinking. When you're offered a salad, whether as a side or a meal itself, I want you to say no. And you might be able to guess why. I went out in Bandung the other night with my girlfriend and her sister and her best mate. She was banging on about how good the salad was at this place that we were going to eat at. Just to be sure, I asked them if they think I should have eaten that salad, and they both said no, because they didn't want me getting ill again. And the reason for this is that the salad itself is washed with tap water, because you're not going to wash salad with bottled up drinking water, and it's just best to completely avoid it. Again, I think this is one of my points that caused me to be unwell this time round, because I was eating everyone's cucumber and salad on the first day on the island, just picking it up off their plate and eating it, because I miss salad. So it's the things I normally eat at home, and I'll tell you what, it was the thing that I was desperately needing the most when I landed back in London, was a salad, because I said no this whole 3-week holiday. And did you know that choosing where to swim could make all the difference in keeping barley belly at bay? By smart swimming, I mean location. but also how you go about your swim. As expected, most people will allow a little bit of water in their mouth wherever they are in the world, whether that's in a swimming pool, in the ocean. Obviously not preferable, it happens. It's a fluid. It will get in the crevices. It's just a standard, you can't avoid it. Firstly, when you're swimming in swimming pools, please try your absolute best to limit the swallowing of that water. Everyone enjoys their pools differently, and I've seen videos of people catching and gargling statue water in these pools. Definitely don't do that, because this Australian did exactly that and finds himself in a Bali hospital with Bali belly. Lastly, be cautious of the ocean swimming, particularly near the mouths of river, and particularly when it's been raining very, very hard. Runoff can carry pollutants and bacteria into the sea, so it's best to stick to popular beaches with good water circulation. Always check local advisories for water quality. Please do that before you swim. And my final tip, the most important of tips, because this could possibly save you from Bali belly if you slip up on any of the other tips I've just given. And that's to carry mouthwash around with you. Something a bit like Colgate or Listerine. This is exactly what was suggested to me when I had my Bali belly, or at least asked of me, do you have mouthwash? And it was asked and suggested because of its antibacterial properties, so it makes sense. And personally, I don't use mouthwash like it's advertised, but in this case, it could just save you a stress-free holiday. So if you're going to Asia, please remember these 5 key tips to save your stress-free holiday. I don't want you wasting your money. And they are: avoid the tap water, diligent hand washing, avoid fresh salad, swim smart, and carry some mouthwash. All 5 of these are very easy, and it will save you 2 to 5 days of Bali belly symptoms, possibly save you from even being hospitalised. Having now had Bali belly twice, I wish I previously had an actionable list like I'm giving you to make the most of it. And like I said at the start of the video, I'd love to hear from you about your preventative Bali belly measures, so get involved in the comment section down below. And given you've watched until the end of the video, I know that you'll like this one too. Alternatively, you could binge my Indonesia vlog series, food vlog. How about that?